One of the most challenging parts of any divorce is discussing how children will be affected by the split. Deciding who gets child custody is a fairly complicated process that will usually require the input of some talented child custody lawyers. There are several things that parents and their child custody lawyers need to consider when determining who should get custody. Keep watching to learn more about the process. Using a plan. Not every case of child custody has to be a long, drawn-out battle with multiple child custody lawyers involved. In the state of Florida, parents have the option of filling out a parenting plan that details how the child's time will be shared between the two parents. They can do this in mediation or work with their Florida lawyers to come up with a plan that works for everyone in the family. This is generally the simplest and least stressful way of deciding who gets child custody. However, it is not always an option in divorces. If the parents cannot agree, the court will need to step in and decide who gets child custody. What courts consider. Usually, the courts believe it is in the best interest of the child to get an equal amount of time with each parent. However, custody is not always divided exactly in half because other factors come into play when thinking about the best interests of the child. They heavily consider the relationship between the child and the parents to see if the child has a significantly higher bond with one parent. A parent who is abusive, has an unsafe home, formally abandoned the child, or works to alienate the child against the other parent may not be allowed as much time with their child. Sole/split custody. In the state of Florida, judges usually try hard to find a solution that involves splitting or sharing custody. This is called time sharing, and most child custody cases will revolve around deciding what % of the time is awarded to each parent. Sole custody is a fairly rare event. It usually only occurs when one parent has done something that makes it unsafe for the child to spend any time with them. Even in these cases, though, sole custody is usually just a temporary ruling until the parent is able to complete anger management or addiction recovery treatment. Rulings and gender. There is a common misconception that men should not even bother trying to get custody because a court always rules in favor of the mother. However, this isn't true in Florida, as Florida has one of the highest rankings for gender equality in custody battles. In cases where custody is shared, fathers tend to get their child for a full half of all the child's time. Same-sex couples. Florida law can still be a little outdated in this area, so it does not fully represent the realities of modern families. The simplest outcome is one where all parents who are not biologically related to the child or the birth mother of the child have adopted the child. In these cases, custody is just determined in a standard manner. If one parent has not adopted the child and is not biologically related or did not give birth to the child, they will not get child custody or visitation without the agreement of their ex-partner. The most important thing people can do if they want custody is to get a good child custody lawyer. Having a Florida lawyer with plenty of experience and knowledge about the state's child custody laws will help parents to navigate the complexities of child custody cases. Contact us today to book a free consultation. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then give it a like and comment, and make sure to subscribe.